Hincapie picked up an injury during Arsenal's match against Liverpool and subsequently missed the FA Cup tie against Portsmouth. His absence, combined with Calafiori also being sidelined, has left Arsenal short of options in a key area of the pitch. As things stand, Miles Lewis Skelly is the only natural left-back available to the manager. Lewis Skelly has found opportunities limited this season, largely because the other options in that position have been more experienced and established. When he has been introduced in recent matches, his lack of regular minutes has been evident, with his performances appearing understandably rusty. This situation has increased the urgency for either Hincapie or Calafiori to return to action as soon as possible. Despite having a large squad, Arsenal now finds itself just one injury away from being without a recognised left-back. That prospect has caused concern among supporters, many of whom are uneasy about relying solely on Lewis Skelly after such a long spell without consistent game time. While his potential is clear, the pressure of high-level fixtures presents a significant challenge. The timing of these injuries is particularly problematic given the demands of the fixture list. Arsenal is preparing for the first leg of their Carabao Cup semi-final against Chelsea, a match that requires defensive stability and tactical discipline. Any further setbacks could force the manager into uncomfortable decisions at a crucial point in the season. As preparations continue, Mikel Arteta has addressed the situation regarding Hincapie's fitness. Speaking about the defender, he offered an update according to Arsenal media, saying, "It's a muscle injury. He's progressing, but we don't know. I think it will matter for a few weeks probably, but we don't know exactly when." Those comments suggest there is still uncertainty around a return date, which does little to ease concerns. Hincapie has impressed whenever he is featured, and his importance to the squad is clear. Arsenal will hope his recovery accelerates, while also trusting that Lewis Skelly can rise to the occasion if called upon. Arsenal injury, suspension list and return dates for Nottingham Forest, Hincapie, Riccardo Calafiori, Christian Mosquera. Needing just the 1 point to reach a half-century in the 2025-2026 Premier League, Arsenal make the trek to the City Ground for a Saturday evening's date with Nottingham Forest. Mikel Arteta's men were arguably fortunate to claim a point from a 0-0 draw with Liverpool last week, but that stalemate at least kept them 6 clear of Manchester City and Aston Villa at the top of the rankings. Since that goalless affair, the Gunners have posted to knockout successes on the road, taking down Portsmouth 4-1 in the FA Cup and eking out a 3-2 win over Chelsea in the first leg of their EFL Cup semi-final. Hincapie was a casualty of the draw with Liverpool, coming off with a thigh injury, and there is still no firm update on the severity of his problem. Riccardo Calafiori has missed Arsenal's last 6 games with a muscular problem, and Arteta has admitted that the Italian will take another few weeks to recover fully. Likewise, Christian Mosquera is unlikely to be back from his ankle injury before the end of the month, although he is evolving really well according to his manager. 16-year-old wonderkid Max Dowman suffered his own ankle issue in an under-21s friendly last month, and the Hale End sensation will be back until mid-February either. Calafiori. Hincapie latest Arsenal injury news for Chelsea Carabao Cup clash. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has provided an injury update ahead of Wednesday night's Carabao Cup semi-final first leg against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Arsenal have little time to bask in their FA Cup third round with Glory Moore Cup action lined up this week. The Gunners emerged as 4-1 victors over Championship side Portsmouth on Sunday afternoon to advance to the next round of the competition. They've been paired with League One's Wigan Athletic for the 4th round. Their focus will now shift to the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final when they face off against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge on Wednesday night. The team will be aiming to secure an advantage ahead of the second leg scheduled for next month. Ahead of the match, Mikel Arteta is dealing with some injury worries with players missing from the squad for the FA Cup encounter. The Arsenal manager has now provided the latest update in his pre-match press conference. With that in mind, here's a glimpse at the latest news from the treatment room at the Emirates Stadium. The defender was forced off in the second half of the draw with Liverpool, but Arteta has not given too much away about his condition. When asked about the problem, he simply said, "We don't know yet." Like Dowman, the defender is ruled out with an ankle injury. Giving an update on both players, Arteta said, "So, very similar injury, very similar time frames, and both of them did really well, but they're not training yet, so they're still a few weeks away."